Please welcome Amanda Gore.
Curve is roughly split into three. And at this end are all the people who are successful. That says successful. And these are the people, like Doreen was talking about, with the growth mindset. Both of the award winners are people who are in this category. Most of you in this room are in this category. But remember, whenever you get more than about 3 people in one place, the bell curve applies. So all of you will fit into this curve somewhere. And so as I'm going through it, remember, be honest. You don't have to tell anyone. Work out where you fit in, because then it gives you a guide as to where you want to go. So these successful people, like Doreen was saying, they love change. They're wired for joy. In the middle, there's a whole group who are average. Now, these are people who have occasional flashes of brilliance. And they look at life and they sort of go, well, it is what it is. What is that? You know, like these people up here, they're enthusiastic, they're dynamic, they like embrace action, they do things, they get up. If I say do something, they go, awesome, an opportunity to hug someone, that's great. These people are going, do we have to? And the people down here actually suck. Now remember, don't clap, we haven't got time. Now, remember, you are going to fit into some category. And there's a really important letter that fits in here. You are stuck. See, stuck. This is where the people with the fixed mindset are. These are the ones, when I say, turn to someone else and hug them, they go, nah. Nah, not going to do it. Ew, I don't want to touch people. Ew. And seriously, this affects your life tremendously. Now, because you are people who have made the effort to come to New Orleans, to come to this conference, to give up your time, you fit into this subsection within the successful category, where there is yet another bell curve. But remember, within this little sub-bell curve, there are also people who are successful, average, and suck. So, all of the things that we're going to be talking about will help you develop your growth mindset, help you be the best possible version of you, and which all in turn builds your resilience. People with a growth mindset are far more resilient than those who don't. How often do we stop and actually look at our lives? There was a book called The E-Myth, which stands for the entrepreneurial myth, by a man called Michael Gerber. Some of you may have read it. And in his book, he says that most entrepreneurs fail because they're so busy working in their businesses, they never take time out to work on their businesses. Well, I apply the same principle to life. Most of us, especially because most of us in this room are women, and, you know, like I honor the men in this room who truly, out of most men, understand how women work, because you work with us. Anyway, so women, we are born with a guilt gene and a martyr gene. And especially if we're nurses and RNs and ORNs and AORNs. You know, like we give. We give. We wake up in the morning, we give to our families, give. And then we get to work. Well, we're super givers there. We give. We're saving lives, giving. And then it's the end of the day and it's time to go home. So we give as we go to the shops. We do everything that we have to do. Then we get home and we start giving again. And then at the end of the day, there's 25 seconds just for us. And what do? We're in a coma. And what is it that we're expected to do at that exact nanosecond? And it's just not happening, is it? So, it is, don't clap, we haven't got time. It is really important that women, especially everybody, but especially women, especially nurses who just have a heart of giving, we start to work on our lives. Not just in our lives. And that's the secret to avoiding burnout. That's the secret to avoiding stress. It's to give ourselves permission to take care of ourselves. And all of that, when we say take permission, and we use all these big fancy terms that make us sound intelligent from stage, what are we really talking about? It's how we think. It's what we say to ourselves. Giving ourselves permission means that we say to ourselves, gee, I feel really tired today. I think I need a break. I'm going to let myself have 10 minutes to sit quietly in the car, off the freeway, to relax and unwind. Or I'm going to let the family go without milk tonight because I need to just rest. You know, stuff like that. Is that everything in life, and you know this better than any other profession, in my opinion, everything in life is about this. F-L-I-N-G-S. Feelings. And again, we don't talk about it in the, like I speak in the corporate world all the time, and we have these big fancy words and fancy terms, and they're all scientific, and everybody sounds really smart. And when you boil it down, have people changed in the last, 1,000 years? No. How many of your patients respond really well to you using big words? How many of your patients respond to you feeling with your heart and giving them compassion? And when you give yourselves compassion, which is one of the great lessons in life to learn, how to give yourselves compassion. The people at this end, they're wise selfish, like the Dalai Lama said. He said there's foolish selfish and wise selfish. And it's a bit like, you know, when you're on the plane, and you've all been on a plane, haven't you? And they do the safety thing, and they say, in the unlikely event that the plane plummets to the earth, oxygen masks will fall from the ceiling. And if you're with a child, who do they tell to put the oxygen mask on first? You. Why? Because if you're dead, you're useless to the child.